Did you ever want to be a firefighter as a kid? I know I did. We're spending the day today at the Clackamas Fire Training Center to learn about the conditioning, mental health, and risk management it takes to do the job, and to see if I can make the cut. We're traveling the state to learn how people stay safe in their weird and wonderful jobs. I'm Corey Jenkins, and this is Oregon Odd Jobs. All right, let's manage some expectations here. On this episode of Oregon Odd Jobs, you won't get to see me do any of this, or this, or this. That stuff we'll leave to the professionals, these guys. As for me, well, today I'm the rookie in training, learning what it takes to do a hazardous job safely. This is Dallas, my trainer for the day. Dallas, where are we?
We're at Clackamas Fire District number 1 training center in Clackamas.
Okay, and what kind of training do you do here?
Any sort of training that we can't really go out and do in our FMZs, our fire management zones, we can come here and do. They can come here, use the training tower, flow water. We have hydrants on it. We have vent props over there so the truck companies can go up, cut on the roof. We have our vehicle extrication here.
So the first part to being a firefighter is all about the gear, right?
Yep, our PPE, right? So I'm gonna kind of just like walk you through it. The first part is our bunker bottoms is what we call them. We take them and we put them inside of our boots. Your door would be open. We'd have our bunker bottoms set in here, our suspenders out, and then of course our helmet would just be inside the cab, ready to go, so if we stepped in.
This is called turnout?
Turnouts, yep.
Turnouts. Okay, what is an appropriate turnout time?
From the time the bell goes off to getting in your gear and in the rig, we try to be under a minute.
I don't know that I can beat that.
Oh, you can do it. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Time.
25 seconds, you were fast.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know you were even timing it there. But that's not even all the gear. There's also this for breathing. Whoa! And this for smashing. And this for putting out fires. And on a real firefighter, their pockets are full of even more stuff to help them do their job. Wow, so this feels like, how many pounds are we talking? I mean, this feels like I've got 80?
Yeah, probably around 80 pounds with everything that you're holding there with the SCBA and everything on.
And you gotta climb stairs?
Yeah, and think about, you gotta go up to maybe the 6th, 7th floor of a building carrying that. As you can tell, it can get heavy and a lot of weight pretty quickly.
And hose is heavy too, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think sweat just dropped and I haven't even done anything. Well, that was about to change. Next up, the physical agility test. The test was designed to see if I was physically fit enough to do the job. They were kind enough to give me a few less obstacles, but here's the layout. Drag this tire across this line. Run up this building and rescue this guy. Then pick up this weird box and take it up to the top of the 5th floor of the tower. Then bring it all the way back down, put the box in its square, and do it all within a certain amount of time. Should be easy, right? Ready, set, go. Oh, that's heavy. Come on, baby. Woo! Time.
2 minutes and 50 seconds.
So many stairs. Oh, Now that we knew I was fit enough,
I'm fine. Completely normal.
it was time for some real work. This scrap here is the aftermath of dozens of vehicle extrication trainings. Dennis explained the process.
Our plan for every extrication that we can do, we're going to take doors, we're going to take the roof, and we're going to try to lift that patient straight up and out. So in the old days, people would hit the steering wheel, they would hit the windshield. So all your injuries were here up. Okay? Nowadays, there's all the airbag that protects all of this, but people slide down and under. So all of our injuries are femurs, knees, ankles. The way we used to get people out of cars, right? We'd pop a door and pull you out sideways. So we're trying to keep everybody's C-spine intact now and take them up and out.
The biggest hazard of extracting someone from a car is the fact that the car can move.
These guys, their initial job is to stabilize the vehicle even further, right? They're gonna put chocks in, pop tires, get that car sitting down so it doesn't move. So both guys will throw chocks down. One will start taking tires and glass and work on the hood. The other will be peeking and peeling, see where he can cut. Then they'll move to the cutters and spreaders, and we should be done with all of that roof off in probably 4 to 5 minutes. Wow. Yeah.
Well, let's get to work. The process was a system. Each piece pried open, each cut had a purpose. Find the airbags, pop the hinges, expose struts, pull back this, open up that, move that thing there. All in the name of efficiency and safety. Even the doors and roof were placed in a certain way to avoid the hazard of a rogue airbag going off and causing injury. They were careful to avoid creating more tripping hazards with the scrap. The tools themselves were even battery powered, reducing noise and confusion in an already extreme situation. It was tactical, it was quick, and it was safe. But I couldn't help but wonder how a scene like this in the real world might personally affect the firefighters.
So, Dallas, that was pretty intense. And it kind of leads me to think about mental health, because for you guys as firefighters, you're going out on these calls and you're with people who are experiencing like the roughest moment of their lives. It's got to take a toll on your mental health, right?
Yeah, absolutely it does. It does.
So what kind of things do you do to like take care of yourselves?
So we want everybody here to be a family member to you. So you have that support anywhere you go for any stressful situations. We have a list that sits on almost all of our refrigerators in the station. We have them through all the ranks. You can call any of those people and talk to them at any point. But it's really big is the culture change in the fire service. Not just being the bravado of like, I've seen it all, I can do it. We want you to talk about it now.
And that conversation happens immediately after an incident.
We've kind of implemented an AAR process, an after action process, where we bring everybody together, sit in a circle after an incident like this, and we bring just everything up about the scenes. What went wrong, our opportunities, our wins, what we could do better. And the next thing we do, if you need that support, we tell guys to open up, talk to your crew. Are you dealing with anything off of this scene?
I think people historically have looked at mental health as like, well, this is like a weakness, like you can't handle it. And it's like, no, like we can handle it, but we got to talk through it to like.
Yeah. And we want to prepare you for the fire ground so that doesn't come out on the fire ground. Through our training and everything else, we want you to be able to deal with the situation at hand, because someone calls 911, they want you to show up. But that doesn't mean we have to take that back to the station and just go to bed or shelter ourselves away, right? Because we have had some individuals in the fire service that have gone out for mental health, and we don't want that. So we want you to be able to open up, talk about your experiences, and realize that we're all dealing with it together.
That's awesome.
Well, I couldn't let the day end without going for a ride in the fire truck.
Just doing what I do.
But also, I had to use a hose. 200 feet of hose was dragged from the truck and stretched out. Then the water was cycled to get out any kinks. If any remained, the next firefighter in line helped him out.
So he's gonna have this tucked into his hip pocket. He's gonna have his elbow up inside. He's gonna grip it tight with this hand to keep that hose up tight with him. And then he's gonna be able to reach up, open up his bail. And then he's gonna be able to use that other hand to move it around.
Stream.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, now it was my turn.
Put this knee up, tuck it into your hip. Just rotate that bail down on
Here.
your thigh there.
Whoa! It's hard to keep your balance. Okay, that has more kickback than I expect. Oh! I see why you're behind me.
As well as this was going, I decided to let the pros show me how it's done.
If Zane goes on this,
Okay, show me.
him and I will be on this line. Ready to move?
Wow.
The very last thing to do was clean up, making sure that everything was right where it needed to be for the next emergency call. But as we were putting things away, I had one final question to ask.
What do you love most about being a firefighter?
I think the camaraderie that you have with our fellow coworkers, that family atmosphere, especially here at Clackamas, is kind of makes the job a pretty good career.
Well, you need that because I mean, you're not only saving other people's lives, but you're working as a crew to keep each other safe, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So they have to know that I have their back, and then I have to know that they're going to be willing to do anything for me, and they know the same.
Yeah. Well, I think we've learned one thing today, and that's that I have nobody's back because I am not a very good firefighter.
That is not true.
Yet, give me time.
We can train. We're hiring soon, so.
Well, there's a lot more to firefighting than fighting fires, and it's clear to see that safety is a top priority in everything they do. Thanks to the brave folks at Clackamas Fire District for serving our communities. We'll see you next time on Oregon Odd Jobs.